Hi everyone, good afternoon. This is Mixed Media Frenzy, and this is our gorgeous original today. Um, there's a row of paper there, kind of cut into strips. They've done theirs evenly. I'm taking a little bit different approach, using um, a different pattern. And there's some watercolor drips and a photo and a title. So not a complicated page, just a very few embellishments because the color strips and the watercolor kind of really embellish it enough. Um, I have chosen, because I have this photo of Ava lying down in her hoodie with Reese kind of curled up and she's covered with a blanket. It just kind of says warm and cozy to me. So I've picked a warm and cozy title. And the collection I've picked is this one, which is um, Joyful by Cocoa Vanilla Studios. And what I've done is I've taken the star pattern paper and I've rolled up strips up to stars of different colors, and then I'm going to have drips. Like here, I'm going for this pink one. I'll have a pink drip. Here I'll have a gold drip. Here teal, etc., etc. So what I've done is, and I'm going to turn the camera around now and angle it so that you can see the paper close up. Let me kind of get it right there. What I've done is I cut the strips and rolled up the paper, and I laid it on my white background sheet and marked kind of where I need to start the watercolor. So for my watercolor, I'm going to go with Distress Oxides, surprise, surprise. And I'm going to kind of take, like, there'll be gold there and then a pink. I'm going to use, for the gold, I'm using fossilized amber. For the pink, I'm using this light pink, the worn lipstick. For the darker teal, I'm using evergreen bough. Then I'll go back to fossilized amber for this one, and then the light teal, I'm using cracked pistachio. And then for the darker coral, I'm using abandoned coral, and then I go back to the light pink with the worn lipstick. Actually, I'm going to go with the tattered rose. That's what I'm doing there. So now what I'm planning to do is, here with my pencil marks, I've got the areas where I need to start my watercolor. So I'm going to keep my guide sheet here so that I know what color I'm doing where. And I'm just going to, I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to I think I'll spray and drip as I go along. So I did my fossilized amber there, and I'm gonna spray it and let it drip. And then I'm going, and this is going to be a little bit difficult to do, I'm going to blot it with paper towel. Kind of come down. That isn't really looking like I want it to. So I'm going to try it again. This is why I kind of wanted to do it And I did not put any gesso on the paper. I have had good luck on this paper. This is the Vicky Bouton 140-pound cardstock. So we're going to kind of see how that ends up. I've got an idea for a plan B, if you will. So I'm going to go with worn lipstick right now, and I'll put that back in there. I'll take this, and this one needs to start further up. Okay, and that's kind of mixing with the other, and that's okay. I'm getting a lot of like stuff that's coming off of the brush, and that's kind of bothering me a little bit. So going back the second time, I'll get some drips that go in a little bit different direction. Okay, that kind of wiped them all up, so they're a little bit okay. I hate to wipe it all up there. And like I said, I can go back with a paintbrush and do some of this. Okay, here I'm going to do the evergreen bough there. And it comes down about right there. Okay, and we'll see if we can do that. And I'm going to do another application of it. I'm really not liking the, and I've never had that happen. I've used those, you've seen me use those brushes a million times. But it may be as good an argument as any to go to the sponge applicators instead. Okay, and that's again kind of fading out a bit, but you can still kind of see it. Okay, next thing I have is the gold, which is going to be down a little bit further here. Another thing that's not helping a whole lot is that my water bottle is kind of not cooperating. So I'm going to go do that, and I'm going to roll this over at an angle. Okay, and then my next color is the pale the paler green. I'm going to use the same applicator. This is the cracked pistachio, and it's going to be kind of the same level, maybe a little bit higher right in there. And let me kind of... I'll have to watch carefully because my next color is a coral that I really... that won't look good. It'll make some mud if it mixes with the green. So okay, this is still not anything like what I want it to be. It's the angle that I'm pointing the sprayer. It's causing a little bit of a problem. I'm going to go do the light pink right here on the end, up kind of high here. And then I'll do the brighter coral. I'll let that kind of be, just as the paper collection I'm using is a lot more muted and subdued, so will my mixed media be, and that's okay, but I kind of want some color to show, and it's not with this lighter color. I'm going to let that go, and now I'm going to do the coral color. Kind of up high here. And it's possible that that green kind of faded out to enough of a blue that this is not gonna be a big problem. But again, not getting the, oops, I did some over into the light pink area, but that's okay because I know it's going to fade. Okay, let me put this back on, and I'll put these back in the bucket. And I'll let that drip down. And there's my kind of my background there. We're going to see how this looks. When the paper gets added up at the top. And I'm okay, as I wipe this, I'm okay with kind of moving the color a bit. It's not wet enough that it'll move significantly. But let's see how this works. Oh, okay. I like it. I like it. I think it's appropriate to the paper. So let me get some adhesive on here. I'm going to go pretty much all the way across the top. From here, it's kind of just putting the photo on and embellishing around the photo cluster, which hopefully this is within your view range. Stop there. The pattern paper isn't exactly the same size as the cardstock. Now that will dry out, but until it does, see, this is what it looks like now with it does kind of look like those stars have bled down underneath the rolled paper. So I've got this, and I'm going to put some foam behind it. I'm running out of foam. You know I'm running out of foam when I start using the white foam, because I usually use that to die cut things. The white and black are good die cutting foams for embellishments that you're going to use directly on. I'm going to go ahead and put this right here, kind of at a little bit of an angle. I'm going to add I've got some foam tape for this guy. I'm going to put ho 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 across the top, and I have a little deer embellishment, and the deer is appropriate because just beyond the window there, where you see the blinds, are a whole slew of deer who come and visit the backyard in winter. I'm gonna put this guy kind of right there, and then I'm going to embellish the ho 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 with this holly berry, and okay, there. I've got, it's kind of a little bit, you know, the color's faded right there, but that's kind of appropriate. I have this little squirrel, and that squirrel is appropriate because that was Ava's nickname. She was called Baby Squirrel for the longest time, and Baby Squirrel has given her a gift here that's almost the same color as her blanket. And then I'm going to put the title right here and let that be it. There was a possibility, and I may still consider it. Let's see what we think. There is a bear in here that just looks nice and cozy. He's facing the wrong way, so I'm not going to use him. Let's see, the bunny rabbit also facing the wrong way, although maybe not too bad, but and there's a fox right here. I kind of like that. I don't often use a lot of ephemera or any on mixed media pages, but I kind of like this. And you can kind of see a crinkle in the photo and the background paper, and that's natural with the moisture there, but it will dry out. So I've got that right there. And I think we're done. I will go back. I have a collection of sequins from SpiegelMomScraps, and I'm going to go select color matched sequins and kind of place them a few underneath each roll to kind of reinforce the color that's bleeding through, and then maybe come down and have individual ones coming down. I'll have to see how that looks, and I don't want to put you through that experimentation, but if you see it on the one I post, you'll know I decided to do it. If you don't, I didn't. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next Friday for Mixed Media Frenzy. Bye. Let's see, we'll turn